In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, dear students. The topic for today is properties of real numbers under multiplication. So very first property is closure property. For example, A and B, they are both belongs to a real number, and if I multiply A with B, if I A multiply with B, if then their multiplication also belongs to a real number. For example, minus 3, if I multiply minus 3 by 5, they both are real numbers. If I multiply them, minus 3 multiplied by 5 is equal to 15. This is also a real number. So this property is known as a closure property. Okay, whenever we multiply, it will the resultant will also be the same set. Commutative property: if AB is equal to BA, if I change the order B here and A here, then the result will be the same for all AB belongs to real number. For example, if I multiply 1 over 3 over 3 over 2, and on the right side 3 over 2 come first and it will be multiplied by 1 over 3. You see 3 3 cancel, 1 over 2, 3 3 here cancel, 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2. So this property also holds for multiplication, this commutative property. In the associative property, introduce another real number C. You see, if I enclosed AB within the bracket and here I enclose BC within the bracket, or A into BC, and then their result will be the same. For example, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and C is equal to 5. So putting these values in the equation, you see first you have to solve this bracket. 2 3s are 6, 6 multiplied by 5 is equal to 30, and here you also have to solve bracket first. 5 are 15 and 15 2s are 30. So associative property also hold for multiplication. Multiplicative identity, just like the same as additive identity, there exists a unique real number 1 called multiplicative identity, such that if I multiply any number by 1, you will get the same answer. If I multiply 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2, or either I multiply 1 multiplied by 1 into 2, then the result will be the same for all A belongs to real number. So the multiplicative identity for real numbers under multiplication is 1. Don't forget this, because this is a very important MCQ, that the multiplicative identity is 1. Then comes the multiplicative inverse for every non-zero real number. For every non-zero, there exists a unique number A inverse or 1 over A. This is called as the multiplicative inverse of A, such that if I multiply A by A inverse, it will give you 1, which is the multiplicative inverse. Or I change the order, and A minus A inverse, if I place in the beginning and then multiply by A, in both the forms, the answer will be 1, which is the multiplicative identity. For example, 5 belongs to real number, 5 is a real number, then 1 over 5 is also a real number, such that A is equal to 5 and 1 over 1 over a is equal to 1 over 5. It will cancelling 5 on both sides, it will give you 1. And if I introduce 1 over 5 in the beginning and multiply by 5, then the resultant will also be the same. So this means that 5 and 1 over 5, they are multiplicative inverses of each other. So another very important property, that is multiplication is distributive over addition and subtraction. That multiplication is distributive over addition and subtraction for all a, b, c belongs to real number. These are three real numbers. If I include b plus c, this is the multiplication is distributive over addition. If I reduce b plus c in the brackets and multiply by a, or multiply this ab or ab, and then I multiply a by c, it will give you ac. Or this is the left distributive law, and here this is the right distributive law. If I put c here, if I include a plus b within the bracket and multiply by c, it will give you ac or bc. AC plus this bc. So this is the right distributive. This is the right distributive law. So there are, I have given here 3 values, 2, 3, 5. They all belongs to real number. Then I put in this formula for distributive left distributive law of multiplication over addition. So 2 into 3 plus 5. First we have to solve the bracket. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 8 2s are 16. 2 multiplied by 3 plus 2 into 5, it will give you 10. 2 3s are 6. 6 plus 2 3s are 6 plus 2 5s are 10. It will give you 16. So for all a, b, c belongs to real number, multiplication is distributive over subtraction also. Just you have to change the sign. In place of plus, you have to put here minus. It's ab minus ac. Ab minus AC. This is the left distributive law. And if I put C on the right hand side, so I include A minus B within the bracket. This is AC minus BC. In this case, if 2, 5, 3 belong to real number, then putting these values in the this formula for left distributive law, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. First you have to solve the bracket. 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, and 1 2 3s are 6. It will give you 4 into 4. So these are the properties of a real number under multiplication. So enough for today. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.